Hello gang, hey D Tidwell, Enduro Mountain Bike Training over at EnduroMTBTraining.com. Hope you've been well. Today I want to talk about the pelvis. I've been hearing a lot about pelvis issues with some of my riders, so I'm going to give you a couple fixes today that you can do with a couple simple things. And like a lacrosse ball, soccer ball, I do recommend chiropractors. I do have them on my medical team that I can refer out to when necessary for my clientele. I think it's important that you use one to stay structurally sound. That is crucial because, after all, we are athletes who get into this type of positioning as it relates to one foot dominating over the other. When we're downhilling, of course, I would recommend that you switch. But what that does is, if we looked at pelvis guy here, is it puts a lot of shear stress on our pelvis. So if I've got my pelvis here, this left side, for example, if my left foot is backwards or behind me, the left leg is the rear pedal leg going downhill, that can put a lot of posterior shear stress through this left side ilium. This is the ilium, this is the sacrum. You can see the nerves coming out that would otherwise go down and innervate all the muscles of each leg. So think about your pelvis is twisting when we're in our DH positions downhilling. Okay, so now my left pelvis is back and my right would be considered quote unquote forward. Okay, just like I showed you here, this guy going back, this guy going forward. So what will happen if you do that all the time is this sacroiliac joint. So you got your sacrum and your ilium, we call it the SI joint right here, can actually get stuck. It can become either posterior or anterior displaced. Otherwise, you can just think of it as like a chiropractor would call it, it's just kind of out, if you will. And that can cause low back stress, pain in the muscular system. This represents your quadratus lumborum muscle, all the muscles that come up and run along the spine. It can also cause sciatic pain that goes down. You guys who have sciatica know that. That's the low back pain that you get coming down the leg that gives you that nerve response into the leg, the foot, etc. That can all be caused by a sacrum and an ilium at the SI joint that is out and unlevel. Okay? If that makes sense, let's go out here and I'm going to show you what to do with a lacrosse ball. And yep, I film by myself, so bear with me. Now, take your lacrosse ball. Put your legs on top of a bench or a chair or something where you have support. And then also it helps maintain a neutral spine in your lumbar spine. You're not overarched and it's not flat, okay? Take your favorite soft tissue therapy tool, aka a lacrosse ball, and I'm basically going to put it right on that SI joint that I just showed you. So you can feel around back here and feel this knob, right about where your underwear would be and the kind of the top of your shorts. And I'm just going to roll back on there and be very careful with this, particularly if you have back pain. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tighten my shirt up so you can kind of see what the deal is here. I'm going to put it in the same spot. All I'm going to do is I've got this ball at the top of my hip bone, and I'm just going to go side to side. Be careful, modulate the amount of pressure that you're actually allowing your pelvis to fall into the ball, if you will. And you're just going back and forth. Back and forth, and you're going to do each side. Each side, just going through that tissue and trying to find anything that you can that doesn't feel good. This is kind of similar to the wall ball stuff that we've done, where I've shown you how to take care of creating mobility in your hip with the lacrosse ball up against the wall. Now we're just smashing through tissues close to the SI joint, being careful again, and working back and forth. Okay? So that's one way to do that with your lacrosse ball. It'll get stuck in your shirt, as you can tell. Now, another one, coming back in the office, is, bear with me, Get my camera guy and this guy out of the way. This one will be on your back. So I'm just going to lay on my back. I've got my knees. My back is flat and neutral. I've got this guy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to resist with this one. I'm going to push with this one. So I'm pushing this way with my left and I'm resisting. And I'm just holding this one in place. I'm going to do that for about 3 seconds. 2, 3. And I'm going to switch. I'm going to grab this one. Now I'm going to go this way with my right. Push. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do the same thing other side. Let's do it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm pushing pretty hard, by the way. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to relax. I'm going to grab my old Nerf soccer ball, put it between my legs, and I'm going to squeeze as hard as I can for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now during that time, you may feel a click or a pop in that bad low back area. That would be your sacrum, boom, coming back into place. Okay, so that's kind of what you're seeking, is to kind of feel that click or pop. And just because you don't, doesn't mean that your sacrum is now going to be in a better position because of the lacrosse ball work and then doing that reinforcement with the soccer ball. Okay, so give that one a try. Again, if you have chronic low back pain and you do have sciatica, please go see a physio for you in the southern hemisphere. And then up here in the northern hemisphere, we call them chiropractors. Go see a qualified chiropractor, one who does a full assessment. I encourage x-rays as well, and every time takes you through some kind of a physical exam in order to tell you what your issue is and then to go through their corrective process. But for now, you have the ability with a lacrosse ball and a soccer ball and laying on your back to do 2 things to help you with a little bit of sacroiliac joint dysfunction and a little bit of low back pain. So give that a try. Any questions, let us know. I am not diagnosing anything, by the way. I'm just saying here's something you can do at home. Kind of like homework. All right, so give it a whirl and give us a shout over at EnduroMTBtraining.com or an email, info@EnduroMTBtraining.com. Of course, like us on Facebook and please give us feedback. We're here to help you guys ride and race as fast as you can. So have a great week, and I'm sure I'll be posting another one of these here soon. Take care. See ya.